Hi and welcome everyone, Friar Tuck here. This is my epoch and this is this week's hobo tutorial, and we're going to do a little exercise today. I don't exactly know what to call this video, but we're going to do an exercise today because this is an important part of being homeless, is the ability to see, read, and understand people. The thing is, being human, we look for patterns, we look for similarities. You know, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E. You see the pattern? Okay, so humans are the same way. Okay, now I know that was probably a little annoying because it was annoying even saying it, but I wanted to make sure to kind of drive the point home of what I'm going to kind of try and cover today. Because this is a trait that I learned from sales, and this is something that I learned, or not necessarily that I learned, but just kind of I've come to understand the benefits that it has given me being in the homeless realm and even being a traveler. Because once you understand certain things, then each person you interact with, you kind of already understand not only who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, what to expect, what the pros and the cons are, what the dangers are, stuff like that. This is very, very important. I think that this is a lost art, but this is something that I think that even our ancestors did as a way to keep themselves safe, because human beings have similarities. Okay, one thing I want you to go start paying attention to. Okay. Pick a type of clothing that you see very common, or not clothing, but a type of style of clothing. Okay, so you've got your people that are going to do your polo shirts. You've got your people that are going to dress like punk rock grungy, or things like that. Just find something that you see in your everyday life that you see a lot of, type of clothing style. And then what I want you to do is I want you to start paying attention to their personality. Find what they all have in common as far as their personality traits. This is why people are like, yeah, I sit around, I people watch and things like that. So you're going to, in a lot of ways, you're going to become a people watcher, but you're going to be doing it with intent, with purpose. Because what people drive, what people wear, what people say are all going to tell you certain things about them. So for example, if I say something and your response is no problem, or your response is no worries, what does that tell me about you that I need to know so I know how to interact with you in a safe manner? Well, if you say no problem, that means you're conservative. Okay? If you say no worries, then that means that you are liberal leaning, left leaning. Does not mean that you're part of the whack job left. It just means that you lean left. Whether it's classical liberalism or neoliberalism, that's a different story. Okay, there's other parts of language that will tell you that, but that simple thing of no problem versus no worries. You see Subaru drivers. All Subaru drivers drive the same. They're all assholes. They should have their license revoked. They are the most hated car on the road. At least that's been my experience. And so, when you run across a Subaru driver, look at their personality type. Then you understand why they drive the way they drive. Okay? So understanding people's train of thought, the way that they look at things, the way that they perceive the world, because that's important. Why is that important? Because if I perceive the world as dangerous, then that means I'm coming from a place of fear. That means that I may have erratic and irrational behavior. That means that there's other things that may be going on there. Versus, is he positive? Okay, well, that's a place of happy. It's somebody who's going to be optimistic, who's not going to always be down and blue and sad and all these different things. Okay, so what things do you have to expect from an individual when they when they have their spectrum of being a human being? Okay, and these things, because somebody coming from a place of fear, those are people that are going to put you in danger. Those are the people that follow Alex Jones. Okay, but what does fear do to the human body? Like, how does it affect your psychology and physiology? Okay, how does it affect you there? And that's something I think I'm going to do some videos on that, because being dealing with what I deal with to begin with, it's keeping stress levels low is important, and knowing and understanding and being aware of your environment is important. It's part of a PTSD kind of gives you an advantage out here in a lot of ways, because you've always got your head on a swivel. You're always ready for the other shoe to drop. You're always taking an analytical approach to the things that are going on around you. So therefore you can kind of be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. And when you get used to being aware of your surroundings, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, guys, this is the lesson for today, which is you get to understand people, their habits, and their traits. And once you start understanding them, you'll understand what I'm saying when it comes to the benefits that it offers, how it allows you to kind of have a forward-thinking ability. Okay, and whether you're a prepper or whether you're trying to survive the apocalypse, this type of thought process is going to be important, and so therefore you should definitely follow that train of thought and do exercises that are going to put you down that path, so in the event that something like that happens, that you're taken care of. And if it doesn't happen, well, you know what, you are probably in a better position, because that was your driving force, that was your why, and you accomplished that task. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you in next week's Hobo Tutorials.